Hello everyone, this is Vickie Verley. Thank you so much for joining me for your monthly tarot scopes. These monthly mini readings offer a glimpse into what it's really like to have a personal consultation with me. A private reading is much more personal and in-depth. I psychically tune into your energy and get visions and impressions that are specific only to you. If you would like to order a personal reading from me, or check out some of the other products and services that I offer, you can do so by checking out the link below. And now, without further ado, on to the reading. Sagittarius. Hi Sagittarius. Welcome to your September 2013. 2013? What am I talking about? Wow. 2015 tarot scope. I know why, because the 13th we're having the eclipse on over there. But it's 2015 as we know. On the tarot I use the Hanson Roberts tarot deck. And then for the animal totem I use the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards, which are my own creation. And you can find out how to get those from looking at the About section of my YouTube channel. Okay. Let's get rolling with Sagittarius for September 2015. Did I put too many out? 1, 2, 3, 4. I did. Okay. Okay. Get a few more. Let's take a look here. Okay. Well, things are going to start to happen for you. I mean, things are moving. 8 of Rods. Things are moving. Things are happening. Things that may have been a stalemate. The 5 of Swords says there's been a stalemate, where there's been an impasse. There's been unable to break through or get through it, you know. So that's been going on, and it seems like all of a sudden it breaks through. You know, there are eclipses, and I do want to run over that. There's the 13th new moon eclipse in Virgo, and then there's the full moon eclipse in Aries on the 27th. New moons are for new beginnings, and full moons are for releasing. And sometimes the full moon eclipse will release something out of your life whether you want it to or not. That can be a thing, okay? But in your case, it looks like it's something pretty good. 8 of Rods, and then 5 of Rods in reverse, also kind of a good card in this position. Upright, it means we're fighting, we're arguing, we're embroiled in conflict. And then in reverse, it's saying, hey, things are, we've got that, we're able to iron that out. Things are getting ironed out. And notice how it follows after this. There was a stalemate, and then we were fighting, but it's ironed out. And then I want to follow down to here with the 9 of Rods. So it says that you're still on guard about something. It almost seems like you've been in this state for so long that it's almost like, can I really trust something good, you know? For some of you, there's somebody that's you're trying to get to, you don't know if you can trust them. There's somebody that needs to leave something behind. And I'm feeling really strong for a lot of you, this is your love partner or something. Like maybe you want them to quit drinking or doing drugs. And it's been a long-standing battle, and they say they're going to, but you're skeptical. Are they really going to do it? And or I'm going to, you know, I feel like there's promises involved here. That's what I'm trying to say. And you've seen from past history that this usually doesn't work out. You know, that you've heard this line before, you've heard this before, you've heard this promise before. And you're like, well, I don't know if I can trust it this time. Can they really let it go? Can they really leave it behind? I don't know. Or it could be anything. I feel like this is less about you and more about somebody else. I mean, it could be about you as well. Maybe you're reluctant to move on or move forward, but maybe not, you know. maybe I'm feeling stronger that it's somebody else, and it might be this somebody over here. There's this Queen of Cups in reverse. Um, and I'm also feeling like, for some of you, when I looked at the Queen of Cups, I got like it's in one ear and out the other. Like, so it could be like a teenager or a child for some of you. Or whoever. It doesn't have to be like that, but that's typically somebody who tunes out their, somebody that's kind of like tuning you out even. Like they're just not going to listen. The stem of this, or the root of that, this Queen of Cups looks at this Five of Pentacles. So the root of them not wanting to listen to you has to do with their own self-loathing is a little bit of a strong word, so I don't know if I want to say loathing, but it's their own self-doubt that puts them in this position of not wanting to listen, or not believing, it could be true or something like that. So, there's a lot of conflict going on here. There's a lot of maybe you wanting to move forward, and this other person not wanting to move forward. That's one thing. You wanting them to leave something behind, and you're not sure, are they really ready to leave something behind, whether it's a drug addiction. I mean, in some cases this could be like another relationship. I hate to say that. I mean, I don't hate to say it. I'm not going to judge anybody. But like if you're seeing somebody and they're involved with somebody else, and they're saying, I'm going to leave somebody else and go with you, there could be a little bit of that, like, oh, I don't know, are they really going to leave this time, I won't say what I was going to say because it sounds too judgy. I'm going to move on here. You have Strength and the Empress here. So you don't know how good it could really be. I mean, it really could be great. You're moving into a cycle of abundance. You're moving into a cycle of kind of permanence. And another thing that's happening on the 18th, Saturn is going to go back in your sign. And people do say, oh, that's bad, and, they don't like it. And take it from me, I just came out, I have Scorpio rising. So Scorpio has been in my first house for 3 years. And that's when I launched this YouTube channel. That's when I released all these books. Yeah, so it was a lot of like nose to the grindstone and stuff, during that time. It was time for me to get busy and take care of business. But it's also created a lot of abundance in that. My life has changed dramatically in the last 3 years, okay? So that's just my case. It doesn't have to be a YouTube channel. It could be just anything. But this is not a bad time to, plant these long-lasting seeds, because it will be strength, and it will be, it could be long-lasting. With Saturn, it could be very long-lasting. And notice that the Empress is also a 3, which is 3 years. Could be 3 years. You've been around with this before. There's another thing here too about you're hoping to get some money paid back to you that was owed, and it's probably not going to happen. I just feel like they don't have it. I feel like you could take them to court or whatever, but it'd be worth a lot of energy and a lot of time. And just because if you did take them to court and they said, okay, you're awarded, you're right, they have to pay you their money, that doesn't mean they're going to pay you the money. I just feel like they probably won't. They just don't have it. And turn your attention towards creating more abundance rather than trying to get back at somebody or get money back that's owed. The universe is going to bring it to you threefold, okay? You will be abundant. You will be flourishing. You will be healthy. With the Empress is a good card of health, and especially when it's next to Strength. That came out in another reading. They were side by side, but they're showing up right in a row together too. So yeah, the King of Cups seems to be somebody very positive that's got some good news for you. King could be man, woman, or whoever, because these are general readings, but I'll refer to him as a he. King of Cups may be a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. With the Cups, they may be creative, they may be spiritual. They're usually the King of Cups is usually very giving. The King of Cups is an old soul, and they're very giving. And they've achieved what they want, and they want to bestow the blessings upon you. They usually have a gentle nature about them. They're not overly pushy or aggressive. They're like the wise old sage. You know, that's the energy of the King of Cups. It could be a love, you know, for some people it might be a love thing, you know, because the King of Cups is the holding out the loving cup. It could be like that. But I'm just kind of more getting the vibe of like the wise elder. So the wise elder comes in, changes some long-standing, can help you change some long-standing things. If you're going to be, don't be petty though. Don't hang on to this petty stuff over here. Because that's kind of what I feel like. It's sort of petty. Just chalk it up to a loss and move on to the next thing, you know. And the next thing is going to bring great abundance for you. Really beautiful abundance. The Empress is a beautiful card. And it's the harvest time, which is in the northern hemisphere is now, the fall. Right? So if you're in the southern hemisphere, you'll be planting your seeds to lead to the harvest later on. But you may be reaping the harvest as well here. Okay? Or anywhere. Empress is being in a state of abundance. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get your animal totem card, but I have a few things I want to tell you about, and I'll be right back with the animal totem for September, so don't go away. I want to take a second just to tell you about some new things I've got coming up. I've got this new reading that I do, the Soul's Journey reading. And it's not a predictive astrology chart, but it is a really cool reading. I don't think anybody's doing anything quite like it. You do your chart, and I look at a lot of your karmic astrology and past lives and what you're doing now. And also I've launched a new shop on Redbubble, which is primarily a t-shirt shop, but I'm going to get into doing some prints and everything. But the Tapestry of Life mandala that are available, the astrology mandalas in t-shirts or mugs or whatever. And I'm also putting up there all my stuff that I did years ago for etching on jewelry, these designs. It's called The Words and Music, B-Note Creations. And it's how that music notes are assigned to letters of the alphabet. And beyond A through G. There's a way to do it beyond that. It was developed by, I believe, Bach. So I've done all these designs, and they're really cool. And they could be a cool t-shirt, or it's a great conversation starter, because people say, what's that? And you can explain how it's the words and music. The bags, I think, are great for kids, for their orchestra stuff, you know, and or the journals would be great for a lyricist or a songwriter. The t-shirts are really cool. And as I said, it's a great conversation starter. And as always, you can pick up my book, Tarot in the Modern World, if you're learning to read tarot. It's an easy to understand book that I wrote, and it's a great resource to have. Okay, now back to your animal totem. Hi Sagittarius, we're going to go ahead and do the animal totem card from my personal deck that I created called the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle Cards. And so what is going to be for Sag? I got more than one card. I only get one card. If I get more than one card, I put it back in the deck. Got it. Ladybug. Oh, that's a good one. Lucky lady of the garden, harbinger of happiness and joy. Rid my life of obstacles that are destructive to my divine right to flourish. That's very much in keeping with that Empress, excuse me. You know, the divine right to flourish. And we all know the saying of the lady, if a ladybug lands on you, it's considered good luck, right? So you could look at it as luck, but I feel that it is more of you just making up your mind that I'm not going to be in this state anymore. I'm going to embrace opportunities. I'm not going to be talked out of it. So I think some of this stuff is you're getting talked out of it. I'm not going to get distracted with petty things. Distracted from my true goals here. You know, I'm going to concentrate on myself and not try to worry about to get others trained. You know, I'm not going to worry about others to get others to change. I should say. I don't know why I said trained. Maybe that was a Freudian slip there, huh? Because maybe by getting somebody else to try to get somebody else to change, you are trying to train them in a sense, right? You got to let people be who they're going to be. Everybody's on their own path, and Ladybug is totally a sign of abundance, totally a sign of fruitfulness, totally a sign of. See, why ladybugs are so valuable to the garden is because they get rid of. They're called a beneficial insect because they get rid of other pests. They eat the aphids and stuff of other pests that are going to kill your plants. So it's like an organic, natural thing, you know. And that's true. It so reminds me of the Empress. I feel like they're so tied together here. So by ladybugs being present, don't focus on what's wrong or what's bad. Focus on what's the abundance that you have. That could be another thing. Turn your attention to the abundance that you do have, and create more of it. Create your luck. Make your life flourish. Okay? Okay, Sag. Remember, don't forget to share, like, and all that. I appreciate everything. Like, share, Google+, whatever else I forget. Oh, donate. Your donations are greatly appreciated. And even if you don't want to make a donation, maybe you could buy something nice for yourself, like a t-shirt or something that from my shops, or pick up the book or whatever. And that all contributes to helping me out so that I can continue to do these free readings for you every month, which I do like doing. And remember that you are love and beauty incarnate, and I'll talk to you next month.